So I checked the email, and I see there's an email from Stan.
Stan the man.
Stan the man.
My Stan.
Your Stan, not mine. And I'll tell you why he's not mine again.
Why?
He's in Calgary. He goes, sorry, guys, last minute. I'm here in Calgary. Are you guys available to meet for a pizza?
Do we take him to home of the 10-cent chicken wing? Wednesdays
No,
and
this
Saturdays?
happened on Tuesday.
This past
Tuesday. And
That's why I didn't get the email. You read it.
I read it.
So that I wouldn't read it.
No.
You're trying to screw me out of Stan. That's what you're trying to do.
He wrote, buddy, the email, and I have evidence here. It was around 6:30, 7
So is he gone now?
He's gone. He was literally in, out. Touch
in
and go.
out.
He went over to Dover.
He did.
Had a little pizza.
Fair.
Saw with our counterpart there, Andonia, through Agape Greek Radio.
Dixon and Jackal.
Exactly. And had a pizza.
But he's gone now.
And he's gone.
Now
and
we
he said,
gotta go
I'll be
over there.
back again, his exact words.
Do we got to go over there now?
We got to go over
Well,
there.
who opened the email? Did you open it first?
I opened it, yeah.
So why don't you say something on Tuesday?
We didn't even do the podcast on Tuesday.
I get it. I was working, but you could still mention something.
I just
So hold
did.
on.
I just did.
So hold on a sec. You read the email Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's now Thursday.
Right.
And you're just bringing it up now.
So what exactly did you want me to do? Tell you on Tuesday right
maybe I
after
could
to be
have
like, hey,
restructured.
Dimitri, we just got invited to go meet
Right.
with Stan, but I know
Right.
you're busy and we can't go. So what did you want me to do?
Yeah, you still send the invite. It
Why
wasn't
would I-
directed to me.
It was directed to both of us.
Was it directed to me?
No, to both of us.
I'm going to read that email.
Go ahead
now
and
you
read it.
tell me that's
Go ahead and read
What
it.
about yesterday? We were
What
on the
about
phone.
yesterday?
We talked podcast yesterday,
He was
setting up
gone
for today.
already, I just told you.
So why did you bring it up Tuesday?
It didn't cross my mind. I'm just telling you.
I
Right
know.
now.
But it
Right
was.
now.
I read it
I
late. Like,
know
are you
what's
thinking I
happening.
saw it Tuesday morning? It wasn't Tuesday morning. He sent it like Tuesday night. Is what I'm getting at.
I know what's happening.
Right.
You're jealous of our relationship. You're
Maybe.
trying to put the
Maybe I
kibosh
am.
on
Maybe
it.
I am.
This is how you repay
Maybe
me.
This is how I do it.
Right now, there's a couple of hot chicks on a dock somewhere in Greece waiting
Exactly.
because he didn't get the email.
It's true. It's true. You know what Jeff's alluding to?
And I'll tell you
is-
what, Jeff, the next time those girls are at that same dock, guess who's going? Yeah, me and you. And guess who's not getting the email?
Well, I don't understand why you're so upset about it. He wanted to meet. We couldn't meet. We weren't meeting. So there was nothing to fight
You're
here.
that friend.
I don't know what you're getting at. I don't get what you're saying
Hold
right
on.
now.
In the group, like,
Yeah.
you know, like when the group of friends, they go to the club.
Right.
Right. And everyone's like eyeing a guy or eyeing a girl, depending
Sure.
on which circle you're on.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
then there's that one friend who's got to ruin it for everyone because they're jealous
No,
that the
no.
other friends are getting
We've
it.
discussed this.
No,
I'm the
no.
greatest wingman.
Yeah.
I told him,
Oh,
hey,
really?
I'm sorry, Stan, we can't make it. Dimitri's really busy with work.
Which
I'm
I
not
was.
available. Yeah, okay. So what
But
did
you
I do
can at
wrong?
least, I mean, you know.
You know what? Bottom line, he's going to be back.
You know,
And
this
I
is
told him, can't wait to have you. Looking forward to it. I lied through my teeth. I lied for you. I lied for you so that you can have your moment
We
with
couldn't
Stan.
do the podcast Tuesday, but for Stan, I feel like I could have made it work.
Well, he wrote it later on that evening.
Well,
so
you know,
what
Stan,
am
I
supposed to say?
apologize.
Yeah, fair enough.
On Mitch's behalf.
Say what you want.
You know what?
I
Let's
like
move-
the Stan. I got no problems with the Stan.
Can we just move on?
Yeah, can we?
Can we?
Can we?
Well, maybe.
Quickly. How's your week? Remember, we only have an hour. We can't
Yeah,
dwell.
I'll tell you. Well, apparently not great.
Right.
It went from worse to worse.
Really?
No, a week was good. I'm just busy. You know how it is. I'm
super
busy. I'm doing
a lot going on. Jeff, how
a lot
are you?
going on.
Oh, yeah, same. Busy. Just been trying to keep up with everything, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's that season, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Does it? So do you find, Jeff, for you, does it slow down in the studio, or are people just trying to get their reps in before the holidays?
Right now I'm on holiday crush. Yeah. People are still trying to get a few things done before just stuff for friends and family.
Yeah, fair
That's
enough.
nice. I like that.
Yeah, Mitch, you're taking
Yeah.
like 4 weeks off in like a week,
Something
aren't
like
you?
that. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell my boss. He doesn't know.
Oh,
No.
whoa,
Hey.
whoa.
Brought to you by no. You know what? Can I go on a small little rant?
Go
I know
ahead.
it seems like we went on one, but I didn't. Yesterday, Toronto Raptors welcoming back Kawhi Leonard to Toronto to give
Yeah,
him the ring.
it was
Everything.
nice.
Big ceremony.
Great.
Big deal. Why is it that it's such a big deal to give a guy that decided to not be with you such a big ceremony? The guy literally told you guys, sorry, I don't want to be here. Sorry, I don't want to play with you guys anymore.
But we established
And I'm out of
this.
here. And then they give him this grande big thing. Here's your ring. You're so awesome. We love you, blah, blah. The guy basically dissed you, and now you made a big grande thing out of it. I don't get it. I got to be honest, I don't get it.
I got to tell you, Mitch, to be honest, we established this, I think, 5-6 episodes ago. He's the greatest Raptor of all time.
Listen,
he's on my number one list.
I guess that's kind of where my point, even from a couple weeks ago, you're right. Now I see why. If Kyle Lowry, if they did it for him, I would get it. I'd say, you know what? Guy's been there for like 10, 15 years. Yeah, give him what he wants. I get it. The guy was there for half a year. And on top of it, I'm dead serious when I say that because he does his load management thing. He didn't play all the games. He left after. You paid. He won you a championship and you give him a ceremony.
Quality over quantity.
Can I just say something? Isn't this kind of like you celebrating the girl that broke up with you?
Totally.
Like,
I was just thinking that. It's like, I wanted to get married, but, I got to leave. I'm not really into it anymore.
Exactly.
But can I have the ring anyway?
Yeah, exactly. And on top of you cheered him on. Yes, you know what? You're right. I'm a horrible person
but that's
to marry.
true love.
Yes.
It's not her fault.
Here's the ring. You're right. I am a loser.
You
I don't
should
want to
keep
be with
it.
you. Go ahead.
I was going to buy it for you anyways. You're right. Have a good life.
I just never understood it. If you're like, put it like this. Here's
But
the
she
last part
melts
of
it down and makes it into an anklet.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be nice.
What happened to the diamond? I sold it for my summer trip.
Exactly. So Vince Carter, he kind of left on bad terms,
Sure.
but he hasn't been honored. Tracy McGrady, never been honored.
They didn't win.
Chris Bott, granted, they didn't win. But,
Mitch,
buddy,
they
you know
didn't win.
better than me. You said it yourself. Vince Carter is the reason that people know that Toronto has basketball.
Yeah,
For
that's
years,
right.
people didn't know. They're like, why are we going to Toronto? They're like, there's a team there?
Yeah, why do we got to play 82 exhibition games a year? What's happening?
Exactly. What's going on here? I don't understand.
It bothered you that much?
It
I still
bothered
think
me
he's the
that
best,
I
though.
feel like, look, as Canadians, we're the nicest people.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're taking it too far now.
But do you think that the media, because now the way that presentations are done, because it having that just media outlet and presenting is so big right now that we're going to see a lot more of this going on.
Absolutely.
Just for marketing.
This to me is a lot like getting a medal for not doing anything. This is what that is to me. Like in his case, yes, he won the champion, but he did it with the rest of the team. Other guys that have left, I'm pretty sure are not going to get a big ceremony like Kawhi. Again, his quality, I still think he's the best pound for pound player, but that's over here. That subject's over here.
Yeah.
Him getting a big celebration to get his ring, I didn't think was necessary.
Yeah,
sorry.
but you know what? He gave him the ring, man. You
Nah,
know it.
I'm still-
I know
no,
it.
no.
You know,
I
sorry,
can't get behind
Bond.
it.
He did
Sorry,
win
Carter.
the thingy, right?
He won the
he wasn't
thingy,
the only
Jeff.
one. Everyone's there.
He won the thingamajig.
He won the thing.
And in this year's thingamajig Final Four.
I'm glad to see that in 106th episode that we got Jeff right on top of
Right, it's
what
just-
it is. Yeah.
it's like a beat.
What trophy
That's
goes
it,
with
man.
what? You know what? We're gonna quiz you in a couple of
Yeah.
days. That's it.
Well, the whatchamacallit
Yeah, I
goes
was
into
just
that
gonna say the
thingamajiggy.
whatchamacallit, yeah.
To the you know what, right?
That's right. That's it. All right. What do we got on the itinerary today?
Well, we know we're going to talk hockey. We got a little dump and chase going on, a couple scenarios that we want to throw at the roster. I know we're going to talk about, again, what you like to call, it's a great word, the
Right.
juggernaut.
That's right.
The NFL.
Exactly. We got a little, believe it or not, a little NBA. I got a couple of things to say about
Oh,
that.
they did something.
They did something.
Yeah.
There was a little movement. There.
There's movement, Jerry.
There's it. The wrestling roundup is coming up.
And
And there's a new segment because the Macklin Minute is done. Until next year, until the CFL starts up again.
That's right.
We got Quick Pick 6.
Quick pick 6.
You'll see what it is
It
when we
rolls
get
off
there.
the tongue.
It rolls off the tongue.
That is
That's
really,
right.
really good.
Then we, of course, got Rapid Banter.
Yeah.
And Maga Malaka. I think you're going to like it. And it's your thing. It's your thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
thing.
the roster is going to be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, yes, you will.
They're going to be pleasantly surprised about all the topics you talked about.
'Tis the season.
But it's 106 episodes in. And roster, if you haven't figured it out by now, which I'm sure you have, before we do anything on this show, and of course, Jeff, please cue the music. We have to give you the Headversity metrics of the week. That's right. We say it week in, week out. Headversity.com is the leader in workplace mental health, battling the stigma. They got this fantastic app that you can get on the Play Store, on the iTunes Store. And it's fantastic. So it's a good mental health gauge. They're working with companies worldwide. It's growing. It's fantastic. And on the topic of metrics, it's crazy. I didn't know which one to pick this week because it's all over the map.
Sure.
But I'll give you, why don't we throw out the number 90?
90.
If you were to guess, that's how many Podbean followers we officially have right now.
What?
Boom.
That's
how it is.
amazing.
You know what? I'm on a roll here.
You are.
Why don't I throw out the number 5?
Do it.
Okay, that's actually the amount of continents we've officially reached
Amazing.
for Real Locker Room Talk. Guys, it's global. It's fantastic. But you'd think, my God, what do you guys need? We don't need anything else. Wrong. Wrong again, because thanks to Stan the Man and everyone over at our little radio station, and Mitch, cue your music, that we like to call Agape Greek Radio. AGAPE, GreekRadio.com, where you get to stream Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday, and Sunday anywhere in the world. And we're on that premier new time, 12 p.m. Eastern, right at lunchtime in the East, and just after the coffee and Timbits in the morning in the West. It is fantastic. AgapeGreekRadio.com, Stan the Man, and everyone over there, not just our show. Please check out the lineup. They do a great job. Thank you.
Boom and boom. And one last thing, we've said it for the last couple of weeks. It's our boy, George Ferocious Cambosos Jr. He's going to be in Madison Square Gardens, knocking out some punk and then going for the title. George, we got your back. We're ready to rock and roll. So stream it live. This is going to be great. It's December the 14th, Madison Square Gardens. It's our boy, George the Ferocious Cambosos Jr.
He's going to keep his opponent at bay.
Oh, I like how you did that.
Did you see what I did?
That.
Now,
that was nice.
I want to set this up, but you do a much better job than me. Mitch.
Right.
Greek community, Calgary, Alberta. There is something happening. It's January 25th.
Yes.
Take us through it.
Boom. It's the 12th annual. 12th annual,
Wow.
yeah. Greek poker tournament. It is, if you've never been, you're crazy, because it is the greatest thing that we put together throughout the year. I mean, we as Greeks, we love to have a good time. We like to show our hospitality. We
Yes.
like to throw the cards down. We like to have a great time. Tons of prizes, tons of food. $250 will buy you a beautiful prime rib dinner. How you doing? Then, what do you get? All you can drink all day long. Prizes? Oh, I don't know. It never stops. Dare I say a gold bar might be in there again.
Wow.
Yeah, we're giving away commodities at this party. Bottom line, show up, be there. Cards drop at 6 o'clock, January 25th, the Hellenic Greek Community, 12th annual. It's a riot. It's great. And if you pre-order early, meaning pre-register early, you will be up for buy-ins, free buy-ins. So you might win that draw for a free buy-in.
Yeah, that is, what an advantage.
Oh, it's going to be
Huge.
great. Contact
Huge.
Dimitri or I, contact RLRT. I'll get you the right websites, all that fun stuff. Boom, there it is. Let's get going.
Okay,
You're
let's
gonna go,
do it.
right? You're going? To the...
Oh,
to the
I'm
poker
going to go.
tournament. You're going to go.
Even if I don't win, you pay $250, all you can drink, all
Yeah.
you can eat, hang out with some friends. It's awesome.
Jeff, I think you should come. You know, enough people know who you are now. You should come and make an appearance.
He's become a celebrity in the
You don't
Greek
have to play.
community.
Just come. Come. You
But
know,
we still
you'll be
want
our
the
guest.
250.
Yeah.
No.
All right, let's start with a little NHL action. It's dump and chase time.
Beautiful.
Here we go. Dump and chase. Last week we reported here, and we're witnessing it. A lot of action going on with the name Taylor Hall. Jersey's trying to get rid of him. They're looking around. They're trying to sell him. They're trying to get rid of him. They're trying to do whatever they can. The number one team that seems to be in the front run, it's the Colorado Avalanche. Now, I looked at the stats. I quickly looked and I said, hey, Colorado's leading the Central Division right now. They're one of the most talented teams on the ice easily. Dimitri, would a trade maybe mess up this team? What do you think of trades when teams are doing really well?
You know what? I think it's a good question, but I truly believe that there's so much star power on the Colorado Avalanche that this is one of those situations where it actually will help overall. And in my opinion, look, there's something wrong with Taylor Hall. Okay. He jumps around from team to team, and he seems to be the focal point of whether it's him and the coach or with the players. He's probably got a really bad attitude. However, with that being said, I think he's got a 1-year shelf life.
Yeah.
No matter where he goes. I think this helps the Avalanche even more so. And why not? If he does go there. But any team that's looking to get him, I think the smart thing is you don't wait till trade deadline, and you can work out those kinks, especially with the star player. Managed right, properly coached, and in a short duration, just to go for broke, I think this is a fantastic move. I would not advise a team like Colorado that has a really good foundation for a team, a lot of young players, to look at a guy like Taylor Hall for any significant long-term deal. Just my opinion. He's a flavor of them. He's a weekend girl for me.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know where I stand on it. I'm so weird about it because I think anytime you can make a trade of a guy of that quality of a player and get him and make your team better, you should do it. But when you're playing so well, chemistry is a big thing, man, and I'm a big believer. Like, granted, they're only 31 games into the season. Granted, they're number one in their division right now. They're still one of the most talented teams, but you do have to give away something to get them.
Yeah,
so
it's
if
true.
they give away guys from the core team, I do feel like that does play a role in the dressing room. It's something that we don't get to see as the fans. We don't always get to understand what goes on back there. And I think sometimes you just kind of have to, like, my thing is this. What's the big hurry? Everyone knows that Jersey's got to get rid of them. There's a trade deadline. It's sometime in March, or late February for sure. So the way I look at it is this. Wait. Hold on to it. And if you end up losing that trade, if somebody else gets them, then hey, what's the big deal? You're already a talented team. You're already number one. You're doing well. Just keep going with it. If you happen to wait and you see that you're kind of faltering and you can grab them, I guess you pull the trigger. But I agree with you. The guy's been moving around a little too much, so you got to start asking that question. What's your problem? This is the guy that won the Hart Trophy a couple of years ago, so talent he has. But it sounds like he's an attitude dude. It sounds like there's a little problem in the dressing room with this guy, so you got to be careful. I'm going to say leave it alone right now. That's where I'm kind of, if I'm the GM of Colorado, I know it's tempting. It's tempting, but stay with what you got.
You know, sometimes teams, they run the risk of just trying to buy the pot. They get so hot, they're doing so good that it's, let's consume it all. Real Madrid, I always go back.
Sure.
The Real Madrid of the early 2000s is the prime example of a team that just needed to buy every single superstar to have him in the starting 11, and it just never worked out for them until they changed the chemistry. So, I mean, contradictory to what I said before, yeah, you do got to be careful. I do still believe in this situation. Get a guy like that in for a year.
Yeah.
Go for broke.
I hear you. Let's go to the second one. Dump and chase. The Seattle team, the Seattle City, is going to get an expansion hockey team. A couple years ago, we saw what happened. Teams have to give up players. The Vegas Knights showed everyone, go ahead, give us whoever you want. We'll put a nice little collection of the expendables, as I call them. And you know what? The Vegas Knights have stayed on top. What is this, 3 years now from the time they got into the league, and they've been doing well. My question is kind of a side question. What if you were able to be the Seattle GM and the rules changed a little bit, where you're allowed to pick any player? You get first dibs on any player on any team. Who would you grab? Would you grab a superstar player? Would you grab the defenseman, the good goalie? I ask you honestly, Dimitri, if you're a Seattle guy and you're allowed to grab anybody you want, who do you start your franchise with?
I just convinced Hawk and Lube to come out of retirement. Be my first choice.
That's a great pick.
Okay? Be my absolute first choice. Next, I'd go to Seattle, see if Russell Wilson knows how to skate.
Sure, that's a great idea.
That's what I would.
Now you're hitting both sides.
But third, what I would do,
sure.
It's too obvious. You have to start the foundations of a team with the Looch.
With the Looch.
That's who...
He isn't a 3-game goal streak.
That is how you have to start it. He's the cornerstone.
The Looch.
The Looch of every.
You know what? I don't think the Looch appreciates what you're saying now, because a couple weeks ago you were knocking the Looch down. He scores 3 in a row. Now he's your franchise guy. Well, I don't think the Looch would fall for this.
You know what? Well, then I should be the GM of the Dallas Stars, because it'd be nice to light a little fire under people's butts. You're welcome, Looch.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So honestly, is the Looch the guy you're going with? Is that your final answer? Should I lock that in?
Okay. I don't know the guy exactly, but it's the type of guy that you want. You need that. You need like what's his name? Like you need the Gary Roberts.
Right.
You need the.
You want a gritty guy.
You need those leaders, right? You need like the Chelios, like those old school cornerstones. That's to me what I like. That's where you start.
I like where you're going with that.
Those are Chris Drury.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The
Like
grinders, the guys.
But they can still put points up.
I got you.
That's what I like.
You know what? I thought about this, and I didn't take it the way you took it.
You didn't go Looch.
Obviously, the obvious pick, I think a lot of people are probably listening to this going, oh, it's McDavid. Yes, but no as well, and I'll tell you why. Look at what's going on in Edmonton right now. You got McDavid. He's a Maga. Straight up, all day, there's no conversation. But Draisaitl, he's battling with him, meaning that the talent is there. Is one helping the other? Absolutely. Can McDavid do it on his own? Absolutely. The answer is probably McDavid. But the more I think about it, I'm like, you know what? There are so many guys to choose from. It would be hard to make this decision. McKinnon is another guy that automatically I'm thinking about. So me and PA were talking the other day. Good buddy PA. Isn't it crazy that McKinnon and Sidney Crosby are literally from the same village in Nova Scotia?
What's in the milk?
Like, exactly, right? So a little piece of me is like, I might take the next superstar from that village is my next question.
Just go right over
Let
there.
me know who's...
Just go to Cole Harbor.
Yeah, exactly.
Who plays hockey? You. Come with me.
Come over here. What's your name? How tall do you think you're going to get? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's this whole thing. So my final answer, I'm gonna go with the obvious one of McDavid, but I gotta be honest. The more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't think there's a right answer, man. It's
so much talent right now.
There's so much talent right now.
There really is, and Vegas just proved that I think in all sports, and we talked about this even this week. You get to a point like everyone's good now. Yeah. Everyone's actually good. So if you have a good coach and people buy in and you have the right amount of talent, you can compete. And Vegas showed that, especially in their first year. Look, now they've added some real, some real killers there. But those are the guys. It's funny. Now that we're talking Vegas, but yeah, modern day guys. I threw some throwback names, but yeah, like Patriot and Stone.
Yeah,
these are the guys that you want.
Something like that, exactly. Your team, right? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I just thought about it. I mean, talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves. Figure it out with your friends, your wife, your kid. Who knows? It's a great little topic around the. If your priest happens to be at your house when you're having
confession,
go to confession and ask him. And I guarantee
you, answer.
It's going to be a long.
You can't lie.
You can't lie. You got to tell the truth.
He's got to tell you the truth.
That's right. That's right.
Otherwise, he'd be a hypocrite.
Dump and chase. We're only 31 games into the NHL season. However. Right now, I'm going to list you off the wild cards in both the East and the West. You tell me who's going to make it in, who's not going to make it in.
Ooh.
It's early. We're a little premature here. No pun intended. However, let's just have a little fun with it with Dump and Chase. Here we go. We're going to start in the East. We always do.
Yeah.
Right now, in the wild card, we'll start from the bottom. Tampa Bay is at 33 points. They're completely out. Do they make it or not make it?
Make it.
Make it. The Toronto Maple Leafs at 34. I guess that whole coaching change didn't work out in your favor there, Toronto. Make it, not make it.
Make it.
The Florida Panthers, 35 points right now.
Make it.
They make it. Well, how are all you're saying there? Somehow there's going to be a collaboration where they all make it in the playoffs.
Yeah, divisional changes.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Pittsburgh Penguins, 38 points. Oh. Wow.
This one's tough.
Wow,
I'm just saying make it as a fan.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But it's that division's not.
And the Philadelphia Flyers are the number one spot of trying to get into the wild card. Yeah.
That's tough. I'm just going to go with not make it. But
not make it.
It contradicts my dark horse pick, but I'm hedging.
You're hedging.
I'm hedging.
Smart.
You see what I did? That way I can go back and say I called it either way.
Very nice. I like what you do. You're a smart guy. I like that. Let's go to the West. It's 3 teams. I'll start with the Vancouver Canucks. Make it, not make it.
Make it.
The Vegas Golden Knights. Make it, not make it.
Oh, I'm going to make it.
Make it. And right now, they're in as a wild card. It's the Dallas Stars. Son's coach.
Not make it.
Sorry, Johnny Hockey.
Yeah, not make it.
Not make it.
No.
So you're hedging against Johnny Hockey.
I'm hedging against Johnny Hockey.
Good luck with you there, my friend. Good luck. You're going to need it. And P.S. tonight, our local boys, the Calgary Flames, against the Toronto Maple Leafs, God's team. They're playing each other right now as we speak. And you know what's funny? Here are 2 Canadian teams that ended up firing their coaches. Calgary's on a hot streak right now. Toronto, not so much. Kind of shows me that Calgary didn't like the coach, and they're obviously showing that sign. Where Toronto, we didn't like the coach, you get rid of him, nothing's changed too much there. It's still the same.
You know who's got to worry now?
Yes.
It's our boy upstairs.
Yeah, Doobie.
Not our boy, their boy.
Their boy.
We're
That's
over
right.
here. They're over there.
Yeah, we're doing well.
Doobie's got to, because, we said it a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is a whole organizational problem.
Oh,
so you got rid, you know what? Toronto's the hydra of problems.
It sure is.
You got to cut the entire neck. You can't just cut one head off. They cut the Babcock head off.
Right.
Still issues.
It's true.
Dubas got to go, man.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah,
I think you're absolutely right, depending on what happens this year.
This year.
Yeah.
But he's on a hot seat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolute hot seat.
You got to be. Yeah, exactly. All right, from there, we go to the NBA. Last week.
They made it.
They made it. They made it because a couple of things came up. And I said to myself, listen, you're a big deal, so we got to bring you in. But let's talk a little NBA. We already talked about what happened with Kawhi. Not a big fan of it, but who cares? Let's talk about the 2 teams that are just terrorizing the NBA right now. It's the Los Angeles Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Both are 22-3, and there is talk right now, already early, granted, but there's talk about which team. Will it be the LA Lakers? Will it be the Milwaukee Bucks? Or maybe both somehow will they be able to break the Golden State record of 73 and 9?
73-9,
Dimitri,
yeah.
do you think that either one of these teams can break that mark that Golden State set a couple years ago?
Can they? Yes, they got the talent. Will they? Oh man, that's tough. That was a ridiculous record. But what I will say is, if either team is going to do it, I believe that the Milwaukee Bucks have a better chance of that happening than the Lakers, only for the reason that, remember, this is the tough part about talking about things a little too early, is that it is early. It's first half of the season.
Sure.
The teams aren't in grinding playoff mode. Some teams are still building chemistry. Some teams need to add to the chemistry, so on. So it's going to get harder for teams to win down the stretch.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, I mean, statistically, if you look at it, they're 25 games in. They're about a third the way, and they could even just tie the record. But in the West, I just feel that, when you look at teams like the Houstons, like the Clippers, like all these teams are going to get tougher to beat.
Yeah.
And I just don't see the Lakers matching that. They're gonna, and if they do, man, then this is God's team, because that's amazing. So the Bucks, I think, have a better chance of doing it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you just because of the East. I mean, they will play, call it, lesser teams than in the West. But mind you, LeBron is on a hot streak right now. As much as I hate to admit this guy and Anthony Davis together are just almost unstoppable.
Here's a question.
Sure.
Here's a question. Do you think that he sandbagged the year last year, or do you think that it was just, you know what, we're not there yet, I got to take a year out? Like, what?
I think with LeBron, it comes down to he likes to have a co-star. He needs a co-star. He likes being the star, but he needs somebody to play with.
He's like Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade, Irvin in Cleveland. He needs somebody to play with. He can do it all. He can do a lot on his own, and he proved that with Cleveland a few years ago. But 1 game, 2 games in a playoff series, but not an entire season. Anthony Davis is not just a co-star. This guy is, for real, a super Maga. Like, he is an amazing player.
He's nuts.
And he is nuts. And dare I say, he is more talented to some degree than LeBron. But LeBron right now can do it all. He is having at 35 years old, and we're about to talk to him about something else, but at 35 years old, he is having one of his best years of all time. And that's already being in the league almost 20 years, if not 20 years.
See, this is why these players are great. This is like all these guys that age and age well, in all sports, they become smarter about the game, right? And they know how to delegate. See, a lot of LeBron's problem, too, was that he was so good in his, you call it those prime years, but he didn't know how to really delegate.
It's true. And now now that he's a point guard, which is weird. Like, he's the point. He runs the offense. He runs it like a quarterback would. So I get what's going on in LA. It's working very well, obviously, for their record and just how he's playing overall. This is exactly what the Lakers needed. So do I think he sandbagged it? A little bit. Yeah, I think that when he couldn't get his way, he needed to show the uppers, like, I need help, guys. I can't do it by myself. And you know what? The guy's known. One of the claim to fames for LeBron is that he does not get injured. This guy's never had a major injury, and last year he was a little quote unquote injured. So my thing is, this guy is in tip-top shape. He's ready. He's motivated, and that's something scary for somebody of his talent to be. Yeah. So do I think he sandbagged a little bit? Yes, I do. I think the Lakers will not get that record. I think that too many people are going to gun for them. So I do think Milwaukee does have, I agree with you, has a better chance of getting it.
Speaking of LA, really quickly, Clippers. Are you disappointed so far?
No, not at all. This is, you know what, look, with the sitting around of this load management thing, we talked about it before. Everyone mind your own business. The Clippers have their game plan. This is how they're going to run their business. Are they going to be the number 1 seed? Maybe. And if they do, what are you going to say then? If they come second or third, don't worry about it. The Lakers and the Clippers will meet each other in the playoffs, in the Western Finals probably. And at that time, who do you want? The fresher guy, the pound for pound best player? Or do you want LeBron, who played the entire year to prove to everyone they're still the best? I'm going to put my money on the guy that's fresh, that's amazing, and younger, and everything else. And if that means that you had to sit down a little bit and lose a few more extra games out of it, hey, so be it. Yeah. Another championship ring will be much fine for the Clippers.
That's amazing.
There we go. Listen, you called upon, a friend of yours actually called upon the podcast asking, they want to talk about a little of the Lucha Mania.
Yeah, they
The
do.
Luka Mania.
The Luka Mania.
Luka Mania.
We got the call. It said, hey,
Yeah.
hey, NS.
NS.
He goes, hey, here's a topic for
Nikki
you guys.
Stravropoulos.
Yeah, he goes, here's a topic.
Stravropoulos.
So he messages me
Yeah.
direct.
Nikki.
So he messages me direct. He goes, hey, Luka Doncic, you got to talk about him. Who is this guy? He's on fire.
Yeah.
He's crazy. So he throws the question. I'm going to throw it at you and throw it at the roster. Does he, it's a two-part question, does he, A, continue what he's doing for the rest of the year? And B, is this guy a number one guy?
He is 100% the most talented guy on the court right now. He's 20 years old.
It's nuts.
He's averaging 30 points exactly a game. He's averaging 9 and a bit rebounds and a 9 and a bit assists. Almost a triple-double, just like another guy, LeBron James. But LeBron is 35 years old. This kid is 20. Let me make
size, man.
The only other two guys that are leading more in points is Harden at 38.7.
I can't.
That unbelievable what he's doing. And then the other guy is our boy Giannis, who's at 31 and a bit. Every one of these guys, the four guys I just named, are all having spectacular years. But this kid is 20 years old. Let me reiterate that. Giannis just turned 25 last week. Happy birthday, Kranyapola. And Luka is 20 with 1 year under his belt, and he's doing the same as these superstars. This kid is the most talented kid out there, and he's only 20. Again, I'll reiterate that over and over again because that is crazily impressive. I didn't realize he was only 20 years old. I pulled it up. I didn't know. I thought he was a little older, I'll be honest.
You know, and it's crazy because this team saw some real good success last year.
Yes.
Coming into the playoffs where it's like, man, watch out. Like, it's hard to fathom that this kid's so young and he's not even in his prime yet. He hasn't even hit the stride.
Exactly.
I don't care what kind of success someone has in the first few years. You're not there yet. That's scary.
Mark Cuban, being the business acumen, the smarts that this guy has, I don't know if he single-handedly found this guy or how it happened, but what a great play for the Dallas market to have this kid, tall, good-looking kid, personable, has a great attitude, and again, at 20 years old, and he's doing what he's doing, so many people are going to start coming to the games more often. They're going to watch the only problem I have with the Mavs are those third jerseys. Have you seen those things?
No,
they are
I
the worst
haven't.
jersey I have ever seen in my entire life.
And you know what? They're lucky, too, because if you think of the succession planning, they went from having Nowitzki. I mean, this guy's an icon.
Yeah.
Right? He really is an icon. They won a championship with him. He's amazing. But I got to tell you, when you have that, to have another guy, like this is their signature guy now. He's the man. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. I love what this kid's doing.
I'm sorry to say, the team all around it isn't like they're an amazing team.
Yeah.
But they found success last year because of him, and they're not even at a stride. It's crazy.
It's nuts. And you know what? I don't see everyone's talking about Harden. He's scoring 38 points a game. You got Giannis who's kicking ass right now. You got LeBron. How about, as many points as Harden scoring, which is super impressive. I mean, the fact that he's almost averaging 40 points a game is crazy. But wins is what counts.
Yes.
No one's going to remember you when you're not in the playoffs, Harden. So start passing the ball to Russell a little bit and win more games, and that's all I care about. When it comes to Luka and the Luka Mania right now, Dallas is third in the West, which is impressive. The team around him is very good. And you know what? They're going to make some strides.
So is he a playoff guy? Is he the man?
Well, I think he is.
Is he a leader?
He's got that swagger that you can tell that this kid is waiting for the big show. He's waiting for the spotlight, and I think he's going to terrorize people in the playoffs. I really do.
You know,
really do.
Chris Paul should go over there, and then they could be like twins. They could be like Schwarzenegger and DeVito.
That's a great idea.
Great dynamic.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a fantastic
run
idea.
some cool plays.
I've always said this about you. You're an idea guy.
I have an idea. That's it.
I love
Just
it.
give the fans something
Let's
new.
do it. Let's do it.
Hey, basketball. Thanks for waking up.
Yeah. Thanks a little bit.
Thanks for realizing we have a podcast.
Yeah, seriously. We need a little material. And now if any one of you would like to date a Kardashian, we would even more appreciate that.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's like 4. It's quite a few.
If you include the Jenners, too.
Sure.
There's
Well,
like
yeah.
7.
I put them all together. They're all sisters.
Put them all in.
It's family. It's blood.
That's a lot of ass.
Man.
Yeah.
It is. You know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. You're absolutely. So my wife loves that show. So
Yeah.
she pulls it up. I'm watching it. And I have to make a comment about it every time.
You do.
Because, dude, it is outrageous. For anyone that hasn't watched the show, just pull it up, fast
It
forward.
really is
and they don't
entertaining.
shy away from it. There's scenes, they're wearing their Lululemons or whatever, their spandex pants or whatever. It is crazy.
It's crazy. Like the butt pads were a thing. I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
But now it's all surgical.
Oh yeah. I
But I'll tell you
don't
what
know.
show I love.
I don't. Apparently, it's natural for them.
You know what's coming back?
What's that?
You ever watch show Botched? You ever seen that show?
Yes.
Yeah, that's coming back.
That's coming back.
That's my show.
Well, really?
Oh, I
That show's
love
hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
it. It is. It is.
It's like popping pimples.
There's some interesting people that come in that need some work done.
Yeah. Well,
Redone. I feel sorry for them. I mean, Mexico. Look, ladies, gents, Mexico looks appetizing.
right.
South America, yes, you can fly there for cheap, get the surgery, you're in and out, have a vacation. But no, go with someone that is trusted.
Somebody with a degree.
Okay?
Yeah.
Save the money.
Yeah.
Save a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's probably better that way.
Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Actually,
you
you're
don't
probably
need to go
saving
to-
more money by doing it.
Exactly. You don't need to go somewhere in Cartagena and at a home base operation. Save a couple bucks.
Here's how you got to do it. Here's the test. You go meet your surgeon, but you have to meet his wife.
Right.
Okay.
Good point. Good
There's
point.
the work, right?
See?
He's done it again. There it is. He's done it again. I love it. I love it.
I don't know how he does it.
You know what else I love though? NFL. 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away before these sons of guns are done with us again. I'm going to keep reiterating it. I'm sick and tired of it. And you know what? Can I just say something? I watched the games last week. Me and the little guy, we're sitting on the couch. We're watching the game.
Yeah.
Okay? 2 weeks left in this year. And I said to myself, remember a couple weeks ago, I go, that Seattle-San Fran game. What an amazing
Can't
game.
top it.
How can you not be watching NFL? San Fran says, hold my water bottle. Watch this. And them and the New Orleans Saints put on another show. In epic proportion, you wanted to talk about it. Dimitri,
Talk about it.
It's
I
all
want to
cute.
rant about it.
you go ahead, sir.
I cannot sit here and continually watch the Saints get screwed over and over and over. It's too much, Mitch.
No.
It's too much.
No.
I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you
And First of
exactly.
all, let me tell you something.
Sure,
I was going to
sure,
say,
of
the
course.
NFL, you know what you just did when you introduced the NFL? They're in, they're out. They're the Kawhi of sports. That's why they get inducted. That's why you love them.
You watch your mouth when you're talking
I'm
about the
just
NFL.
saying, they come in and they come out.
It's not
a
the
good
same.
thing.
You know it's not the
It's a
same.
good thing.
It's not the same thing.
Anyways, I couldn't believe it. They did not call pass interference in that pivotal third quarter. The game is neck and neck. When two referees are watching it, what have the Saints done? What have the Saints done?
Right.
Are they named the Saints, but really they pray to the devil and God's like, I see through your tricks? Should they be called the New Orleans Satans? I don't know what's happening. How many years?
Can I
Last
say
year,
something?
Two refs. Hold on. They're looking at the guy. No pass interference. This year, two refs on the other side of the
Right.
field. They're looking at the guy. No pass interference. You know what it's like. It's like my cousin Vinny. These guys are getting set up. There's a conspiracy here. Okay? It's like they left the sack of Suds and they left in the Buick Skylark and where's Marissa Tomei? She'll get him out of this mess.
She'll get him out of
Okay?
it.
Because the damn Skylark has pause attraction.
How long does it take you to cook grits? Listen.
Did you get those same grits from the same guy that sold Jack his beanstalk? You sure about that 5 minutes? You sure about that 5
Now here's my whole thing with your rant. I understand why you're if you're a New Orleans fan, I get it.
Bitch.
I'm gonna say
Don't
something though.
battle
I'm gonna
me. I'm
battle you
upset.
on. I'll tell you why. Let me tell you something. It's the rat rule. Okay? Last year they got wrecked. That was the worst call of all sports history, maybe. Okay? I get it. But now the NFL turned around and said, oh, you wanted us to protest the game. Oh, you wanted to do all this stuff because of a horribly blown call. I get it. But guess what, Saints? You put a target on your back now. Every time something happens, you guys are going to get you are not going to get the benefit of the doubt.
It was the best game of the year up until that. Then I lost it.
I
Not
hear
if
you.
You're a 49ers
but they've
fan.
done this to themselves is kind of what I'm
Mitch,
getting
no.
at. Yes.
No,
yes.
it's
Yes.
never the victim's fault, Mitch. Okay? You are parking down the wrong
I'm just
train.
saying,
They didn't ask
the
for
end of
it.
the- no,
what?
of course.
Are their tights a little too high now? Is that what you're going to say?
No, I'm just trying to say
they brought it upon themselves.
They have put themselves in a situation.
You know what? I wouldn't have made that call if you didn't come by looking so good. What the hell is going on, Mitch?
Well, this was our last podcast, and we appreciate everyone listening for 106 episodes in.
Wow.
No, listen, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the NFL refs know if there's one team we got to watch and make sure that we're making the right calls is this team. And they're watching and they're not making the calls. So guess what, New Orleans fans? You guys, in all honesty, are not going to get the breaks. It's just the way it is.
I don't know how Sean Payton does it. I don't know how he does it.
Because he's a smart man. He goes, we're hooped. There's nothing we can do. We're hooped. There's nothing.
Oh, man.
That's it, man.
It's like that episode of Married with Children with Al Bundy where he kept getting the good luck and never wanted to admit it. And then when he did, the whole thing. Anyway.
Well, you know what? New Orleans, that was a great game. And listen,
It was.
There are some losses that are good. You got to understand, the week before, in my opinion, San Fran loses that crazy game to the Ravens, right? In that whatever that monsoon they played
down
in.
to the wire.
And it was a tough, hard-nosed game. And then you play a team like the Saints that are at home, fantastic. That game is in San Fran. San Fran wipes them. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not convinced about New Orleans being as tough as everyone says they are away from home. At home, yeah, they're tough. But they've got to learn their lesson too. And I guess all I'm saying is I like that. I think New Orleans needed that loss to wake them up a little bit and say, hey, A, we're not getting the calls. B, there's a lot of good teams out here right now. C, watch out. We're on our own. We got to take care of business. That's it. Done. Sometimes losing isn't the worst thing. And they already clinched the division, so they don't have to
Well, they're both 10-2 coming in.
Exactly.
So
it was a great game. The
10-3.
NFL's ratings are through the roof right now.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. The one team I wanted to kind of just touch on, and we'll touch on it very quickly, and then we got to run off really quick.
Cincinnati Bengals?
It's actually the team on the other side of that this week. It's the New England Patriots. The Patriots, they're falling apart a little bit. There's something wrong with that offense. Are you convinced that they're going to change it? Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal yet. In fact, I think this week is a good little, call it practice session. Not that I think Cincinnati's a big runoff, but at the end of the day, I think New England, this is the week that I'm like, they can either come back from it or this is going to be a big sign of things to come.
I'm never worried, Mitch. I'm never worried because even if they are falling off, which, yeah, it's not a secret. They're not playing up to their potential and their caliber that they should, but they learn from their mistakes very well and they'll always come prepared. I'm just not worried. They could lose every game for the rest of this season, look terrible, and I'll still believe that they could go in, regroup, and win a Super Bowl.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
So I'm not worried.
I'm looking forward to this week. It's going to be another great week. We're only down. This is where the stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
Now. This is where the movement and the seeds are happening, and I'm pumped. I'm excited. But speaking of that, it's also fantasy playoff week. Last week, first round of the playoffs, RT had their fantasy, and let's go through what happened. There was some crazy battles.
I didn't believe it when I saw it. I chose not to.
So you got Timo Time and you got Chupalo, the two twins that had their buys.
The Serbian supremacy.
Right. So that set up a matchup between Big Data and the Absolute Units. And the Absolute Units pull off the upset. Well, not really an upset. They were ranked 4th over the 5th seed.
It's a tough
140 to 123. Big Data, you're gone.
I'll tell you, Big Data's a 5-time guest, but he's officially a 1-time loser.
But the biggest upset of the week.
I can't talk about it, Mitch.
It's the guy we've been pushing all week, all year. We love his name.
If you think I'm upset about the Saints 49ers, this
Ace in the jar, who was basically leading from beginning right to almost the end.
It's my guy.
He took on a guy that I've been against basically from day one, and that's you, Travis. You know who you are. You know I am against you. And Travis put the boots to Ace in the jar.
Nah.
Get your popcorn,
Hold
139 to 96.
He did not put the boots.
He put the boots on him.
It's just Ace in the jar stumbled. Okay, it was an internal
It was
problem.
a boot kicking.
No. You don't talk to him.
You know what? I don't want to defend Travis, but Travis, you laid the boots.
I'm disappointed.
And it's the teams that come in hot.
We just talked about it.
Travis came on under the radar, look what he's doing.
He came under the radar.
So that sets up the semifinals. It's Chupalo versus the Absolute Units, 1 versus 4.
Big matchup.
And then it's number 6. Get your popcorn against the number 2, Timo time.
Now, if I'm Timo time, I'm worried. Do you want that bye week?
Do you want that
Did
bye?
you need it? This guy's coming in. He's taking all the top dogs.
Right.
I'm intrigued. I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
So there it is. Get ready. I'm pumped. This is exciting. I'm actually going to be watching this for the first time this weekend.
There's a different aura about you this week in the NFL. You have a glow about you, a shine. I don't know what it is.
What do you think it could be?
I don't know if it's because...
is it because you did me a solid? I did you one a little while, and you, as a man of your word, made a solid on my end for me?
You know what? I consider myself the lifeguard. I'll let the kids play in the pool.
Old cousin Jim goes down.
I'll let you kids play in the pool. But guess what? When the whistle blows and you got to bring in the big guns, cousin Jim, let me say something. You had your fun. You think it was nice? You're the older cousin. You think you're bully Mitch around all the time? Get in his head, brag about it, get together at family dinners, shame him. I might be making some of this up, but you know and I know that is a very realistic situation.
No, he did it all.
Oh, he did. I knew it. Cousin Jim, I didn't want to get involved, but you forced my hand. And you forced my hand, and I got to be honest with you. When Mitch was throwing the picks, I wasn't even looking.
That's right.
I had my eyes closed.
Exactly.
I wrote it down with one hand. I did everything.
You were looking the other way half the time.
Look, when you play flag football, you get to be a little arrogant. But when you get to the big leagues, cousin Jim,
that's it.
Take the rest of the season to figure out where you went wrong.
I appreciate what you did for me, and it'll never be unforgotten.
Don't never mess with the horse.
Neither. Thank you. Now, here's the big thing. That sets up. Here we go. We're gonna go into week 17, the final week, and we've got our 2 finalists for the RLRT Pools Championship.
That's right. They both won 3 games apiece.
Exactly.
Against us.
True. It's very hard to believe it actually happened. It is Paul NFL Demakis,
the coach,
versus old cousin Jim.
Wow.
Week 17, it's set up. You two will fight each other live, unlive, right here, right now on Real Locker Room Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, you two have a week and a half to prepare.
Get ready.
Get your picks in. Understand the teams, because there will be a loofah on the line for the winner of the Pick'em segment. It's what you worked hard for. And roster, ladies and gentlemen, let me cue it up. Come week 17, live on the Unlive RLRT podcast, you will hear the picks of old cousin Jim versus Paul NFL Demakis, live 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and 2 p.m. Timbuktu.
Real Locker Room Talk.
The finals. Be there. All right.
We just peaked. Jeff,
that's done. We're finished.
Done.
That's it. Let's go. We got to go fast here. We got to roll here.
We got to roll.
Because Stan is holding us hard to that 1 hour. It's the wrestling roundup. 1 minute. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Get your timers out.
I got it ready. Jeff, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got a minute. I don't know if I'll take all the time, but there's enough to get talked about. Look, the war is heating up. Once again, this NXT decided to take it personally that the AEW is coming in on Wednesdays and taking their spot. But just when you think that the AEW is getting a little bit stale, what does Jericho do? He pulls out the list. This guy is unstoppable. He's on a mission. That's right. He made the list, the Le Champion. But look, let's just switch to the WWE landscape. They're taking notice as well, and I got to say, WWE Raw is getting better. I think the storylines are getting better because right now you got Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins in a major clash, and they're bringing in all the big guns to it. Guys, SmackDown, still a little stale. Still not hitting the mark for me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? But that's the Wrestling Roundup.
Boom. 48.61 seconds.
Beautiful.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Well, there's no CFL Macklin Minute because, hey, the CFL's done. So I said to myself, what am I into lately? What do I love? I'm all over the betting right now. I'm loving. I'm throwing out Sports Select tickets.
Women's water polo?
I'm doing everything I can. It's called the Quick Pick 6. I'm going to throw you 6 games. You tell me, are they going to cover? Not cover. You ready?
I'm ready.
Jeff, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's Green Bay against Chicago. Green Bay's favored by 4.5. Cover, not cover.
Cover.
Cover. Seattle, favored by 6.5 against Carolina at Carolina. Cover, don't cover.
Cover.
New England, -10 against Cincinnati in Cincinnati, home dog.
Cover.
New York Giants, -3.5 at, or no, they're home against Miami. Cover, not cover.
Not cover.
Philadelphia, -4.5 against Washington. Cover, not cover.
Cover.
Pittsburgh, -1.5 against Buffalo. Pittsburgh's at home. Cover, not cover.
Cover.
There it is. There's your quick pick six.
I like that.
That's a little something.
That's a nice little segment you just concocted.
There it is.
Okay.
But from there, one rapid to the next. We're off to rapid banter.
Love it.
Be calm. Easy, Mitch. Easy. Video evidence. The New England Patriots are caught cheating again. Does New England have a cheating problem?
No, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Rapid banter. MLB, Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens have once again been snubbed from joining the Hall of Fame. Why are they so hard on them?
I don't know.
Rapid banter. I don't know either. Like, let it go.
Let it go,
It's
guys.
over. People are not going to remember. God, I figured it out. Someone sent the Pope Francis a signed Lamar jersey, and this is real. This explains why he's got superhuman abilities. Do you think that every player will now send signed jerseys to the Pope?
They have no choice.
Rapid banter. Hall of Fame, the WWE is opening the books. Batista and the NWO group of Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hogan, and Xbox. Did they make the right call?
NWO, yes. Batista, too early.
Rapid banter. Crazy. A picture was taken of OJ dancing with two blonde girls at a Vegas bar. Are these girls living on the edge or, well, they were warned?
I hope you're kidmaning me.
Rapid banter. Oh, my God. There it is. There, ladies and gentlemen. Twice we've been kicked off the air. All right. Birthdays. Happy birthday to Miles Garrett's great-great-grandmother. She turns 100. What do you get your 100-year-old great-great-grandma?
How old was she when she was having kids?
Rapid banter. I was going to say Pittsburgh Steelers season tickets. Awesome. Someone in Vegas is putting little cowboy hats on pigeons. Funny practical joke, or how much time do people have on?
Trending worldwide.
Rapid banter. So true. It's bowl season in the NCAA. Which bowl game are you more excited to watch? The Gasparilla Bowl, the Camping World Bowl, the Cheez-It Bowl, or the Boca Raton Bowl? These are all real bowls, by the way.
I like the Boca Raton Bowl.
Has a ring.
Rapid banter. Wild and out. Nick Cannon or Mr. Mariah Carey has dissed Eminem on his new track. Which team are you on?
Eminem.
Rapid banter. Like, seriously, who's on the Nick Cannon train?
Mr. Mariah Carey.
What is that? I'm going to join. Oh, I'm on Nick Cannon's team. Yeah. Okay, bud. Blow too early. Alexis Lafayette is projected to go first overall this year in the NFL draft. He has 70 points in 32 games, 24 goals, 46 assists in 32 games. Relax, kid, and enjoy the moment, or keep it going.
Relax, kid. Enjoy the moment.
Rapid banter. Last one, because we got to jump over. Odell Beckham Jr. is reportedly telling people after football games that he wants out of Cleveland. Where will he go?
MLB.
Rapid banter. There it is. There's your rapid banter for episode 106. I have a lot of them. It's too bad. I have a lot of them.
One more?
You want more?
One
just
more.
ask for it.
Just you know
Just
what?
ask.
Just
That's all you have
dessert.
to do. I just have so many. You know, that's
Fine,
the
one
thing.
more. That's it. Just one.
Oh, where should we go? Oh, just so many good ones. Oh, here's the one. A person brought a horse onto the plane as a support animal the other day. What's your animal of support?
Mitch.
Rapid banter. Second last one. 500. Eli Manning made a slight comeback on Monday Night Football against the Eagles. He lost. His overall record now is 116 to 117. He needs one win to at least hit 500. Does he get it this weekend against the Dolphins?
He'll never get it ever.
Rapid banter. Okay, now we're done. Okay.
A horse on a plane.
Yeah, the little tiny ones. The little ones.
A guide horse.
It's like my little pony, like, you know, like one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like, listen, I know people have anxiety and stuff, but Don't you think a horse is a little much? Don't you think?
But you can't fly coach with a horse. You need business class. Where's
Minimum.
the
No,
horse
this
gonna
person,
sit?
but buddy, you should have seen the picture of it on the plane. It was hilarious. It was literally hilarious. The video that I saw.
Well,
All right.
you know what? I guess we just got to ask Mandingo because that guy flies with a support horse all the time.
Does he have to buy 2 seats?
He must.
He must. Yeah,
he must. You
yeah.
can't check that
No, you
baggage.
can't. Carry on. Thank you. So, being that we're talking about flights and a lot of traveling, it's that time of year. We're in Christmas mode. We're
That's
2 weeks
right.
away from the
It's
big
the
day.
Christmas
St. Nick's
season.
coming on the way over. And you came up with this great idea of going, hey, let's talk about the 12 days of Christmas. I'm like, what do you mean? You say, hey, can we go through the list of the 12 things that were given in that song? Are they Maga or Malaka? Here
It's
it
a
is.
staple song.
It's the Maga Malaka, the 12 days of Christmas gifts.
Nice.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Jeff, you ready?
Oh, so ready.
Oh, here we go. We'll start
Okay.
from the bottom, move to the top. If you
Okay.
will. At number 12, it's 12 drummers drumming. Maga or Malaka?
Anyone that plays in a band's a Maga.
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 You're right.
Yeah.
11 pipers piping.
No, don't like it.
I don't need to.
What
But
business do you-
that's a band. What's wrong with the
Yeah,
piper?
no, but they're piping.
They're
That's-
piping.
I don't know.
I think a
I don't-
bagpipe's actually hard to play. I would say this is Maga.
I just didn't buy
All
it.
right, fair enough. All right.
Maybe it's a spandex.
12
that
drummers
kills
is
me.
bad enough.
Yeah, that's badass.
10 lords of leaping. I don't even know what that is.
Malaka
Yeah,
button.
Malaka button.
I mean, that cannot
Like what's
continue.
going on? Were they short on cash?
Like,
what
we're
was
going on
there?
2020.
Yeah.
And now the lords are leaping.
9 ladies dancing. Well, that's a Maga.
Yeah, Jeff. I think
8 maids a milking.
Oh, Maga.
yeah, Maga. I think those are the 9 ladies dancing. They're
That's
just
it.
one.
7
was some
swans a
party.
swimming.
7 swans. I like swans.
You
I'll go
like the
Maga.
swan?
I like
That's
them.
Yeah, the swans
That's
don't
a
hurt
hard
no
gift
one.
to get.
Yeah, it's
6 geese a laying.
I mean on Christmas.
Yeah.
No.
That's not. You don't need
No,
that.
you don't need to
What
do
are you gonna do
that.
with the geese?
What are
That's
we
too
doing
much.
here?
Yeah, too many.
Bad enough.
What,
Too
you
many
know,
find time
Too
to
many
do shopping.
fowls around the house. You know.
Too many.
You don't
Lot of
like fresh
fowls.
eggs?
Oh, here's a nice one. 5 golden rings.
Maga.
Well, that's a Maga. And if you're Greek, that's not enough.
That's called the
You need
bracelet.
more. That's right.
that's your baptismal bracelet.
4 calling birds. What are they calling?
I don't know.
my
I
question.
never got that. Are they singing
Are
the
they
song?
parrots? Is that what they're saying?
Do you need? I mean, we live in an age of cell phones. Do you need the calling birds?
That's a Malaka gift. Yeah, I agree. On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens.
Oh, that sounds expensive. I'm gonna go Maga.
Yeah, you know what? That's a gift not everyone's going to
That's
get.
like above the corner's game hen.
I'll give it to you. On the 2nd day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves.
Don't get it. You a turtle? You a dove? I don't know.
You can't be both.
You can't be option C. What the
Kinda-
heck's going on?
How many
weird.
birds in the house do we have?
There is quite a few, actually. If you were to get all these, there is quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's
There's a
right,
lot.
Jeff. Good
Yeah,
pickup. It's
great
a lot
pick.
of
Yeah,
birds.
That's gone. And on the 1st day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
That just made sense to me from the first time I heard it to even today. I say Maga.
Maga it is.
Maga.
There it is, episode 106. It's Maga Malaka, and that could have been our best one ever, I think.
That's
to
a
be
really
honest.
good one.
That's
We
it.
should attack more Christmas carols.
I think that we have our
We
theme.
should have a holiday
We have our
special.
theme for the next few weeks. There it is.
We can't record during Christmas, so I guess
No.
next week would technically be
The Christmas episode.
the Christmas episode.
We should wear
That's right.
hats.
Yep.
Saint,
Well,
Saint
we're-
Nick hats.
Yeah.
Wear some hats.
Are you
Yeah,
an
let's do
eggnog?
that.
Are you an eggnog drinker?
Oh, I am.
You
Yes.
love. I love it.
We'll snog it up.
We'll snug it.
there
Let's
we
bring
go.
a little. Yeah, you know what? We've been really lacking on that side of it.
We really have.
We really have.
Yeah, we have. It's,
Yeah, there it is. Episode 106.
I
It's in
can't-
the books.
I can't believe it. In the 106 episodes, we're talking about Christmas. We're about to get into 2020. It's been fantastic. I can't wait for the Christmas episode. I can't even wait for the New Year's episode. But look, we got no episodes unless we say thank you to alchemystudio.ca, Jeff and the crew that are so gracious to us here, adversity.com, Stan the Man, and agapegreekradio.com. Guys, do us a favor like you do. We thank you for the listens, but tell a friend, help share it. Know they can go to the website. Know they can go to iTunes and Podbean. It's reallockerroomtalk.com. It's at Mitch and Dimitri. Episode 106. We got to shove in the locker because the three of us, we got to hit the showers.
Let's go. Let's hit it up.
And look at that, right under the 60 mark again.
Look at it. We're doing it. We're
like-
getting better.
You know, and Jeff is sitting here. He's like, what the hell took you guys so long? What, Stan asked you one time?
I know. I
One
told you
time.
how many
From
times
day
did
one,
I
you've
tell
been
you
saying.
guys?
He's like,
Guys,
No one listens after 1 hour. Like, whatever, Jeff.
Yeah, whatever, Jeff. Sure, yeah. What does Jeff know? He only has a recording studio. Only does it for a living. Stan, one time.
Well,
guys, keep it under 60. Jeff, look, we need you to be on your best
Did you not
behavior.
hear what Stan said?
Yeah, we need it under 60. It's terrible.
I got to add one more thing. Dimitri, what do you get your 100-year-old grandma?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It depends.
Oh,
There it is. You guys wonder. Who is this Jeff guy you guys keep out? Jeff was given to us.
in a dream.